Hello.
Hey, everybody, how's it going? With me, as always, I have my lovely co-host, Mina.
Hello, my beautiful, beautiful nightmares.
And Filia Noctis.
Hello, my Nyctophiliacs. Hi, Chris.
And with us today, we have the Queen of Panic, which I will just refer to as Queen because I am lazy. Hey, Queen, how's it
Hello.
going?
It is going great. How are you?
I'm not too bad.
Good to hear. Good to hear.
Okay, can I ask everybody, do you hear music in the background? Or have I got it down too low?
I don't hear anything.
Well, we shouldn't hear it.
Oh, that's good then.
It's those people out there.
Yeah,
Those people out there, I can see you.
I hear zero. I hear zero music. I just turned it up. I hear zero music.
zero music. Let me turn it up here. Unless it's doing, it's not showing at all. Okay. What the heebies?
We seem like amateurs. We do this so rarely. No, I'm
No,
kidding.
no, it's
We are
just
professionals, I swear.
anytime,
Okay,
anytime you do it
Chris
live,
says no
something
music.
happens. Something happens.
Except for
Happens.
me.
Oh
I'm not a
yeah. Oh,
professional, and I won't ever claim to be.
I'm working on the music, guys. But we do have the Queen of Panic here, and she is very fun to talk to. I'm just gonna let you guys know that.
oh yeah.
And she's
I'm glad
We've
to
talented.
hear.
had fun in the,
Thank you.
and she's talented. Um, okay, Queenie. Do you want to tell everybody um, about your channel and you name how that came to be?
Okay, so it's actually kind of like I guess a boring story, but it's not that boring, you know. So I actually used to work in a bakery and I would listen to like horror channels all the time, the narration channels while I was working because my boss would let me put in my headphones and I would just work and because I'm a talker if you can't tell. So she's like, here, just put your headphones in and be quiet, stay in your corner. And I was a baker, so I would just bake my cakes and, do whatever. And I would listen to, Let's Read or a big one I
Mm,
listened to is Bad Vibes or Your Maker. And
these are
I
my
also
first
love,
three.
is it? Same. So I like true crime too, though. And I listen to like Danielle Kirsty and Stephanie Harlow, people like that. And I
Hmm.
wanted to do something. Originally, I wanted to do true crime, but I was like, you know what? I want to do something that I like, and that's why I chose to write the majority of my stories. Like when I first started, it was a lot of written stories by myself, and then it went from there though. But like I sat there in the bakery and put all this stuff together, and I wrote for a full year before I started my channel.
Oh
And that's just
wow.
kind of I want to write lore for it, but I haven't gotten that far yet. Me and Silver have kind of been talking about that a little bit, trying to figure out what my lore is.
Cool. And
Wow.
yes, she does
So how
write
did
some of
you?
her
Oh,
stuff.
okay.
Yes, she does write some of her stuff. It's really good. And
Thank you.
she also does other people's work, which is really good too. If you haven't
Right.
checked her out, it's The Panic Within.
Oh
Uh,
yes, I should say that.
it's pinned at the top. Let me see if I can pop it in there again. It's probably already in my copy paste because copy paste. Nope, that's not it. That's the advertisement for tonight. Okay. Whoopsie. But yeah, it is pinned to the top if you guys want to check her out.
Thank you.
We are all over the time zones, guys. We really are.
Yeah, she's okay, I guess.
Huh?
So how did you come up with the Queen of Panic with
So,
the?
If I give you crap, it just means I like you.
hey,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I thrive in this. My friends were those kind of friends. Like we, if we don't talk crap to each other, we aren't in a good mood. So we're great.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
if we
But
make fun of you, we like you. If we don't
that
make fun of you, we don't like you.
perfect because I'll eventually like make fun back. It'll be great.
Yeah.
A start of a
Welcome
beautiful
to the
friendship.
family, honey.
Thank you.
Welcome to
She's
my
here.
nightmare.
Was that an Avenged Sevenfold lyric? Because I think it might have been.
No, it's a little bit
No.
older than that.
Oh, which one was it?
at and I just went blank.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I put you on the spot.
It is also another
Okay, I
set of
still need to
Walker
know how
Oh,
we got to the name. The
okay.
Panic. Well, the Queen of Panic and then the Panic Within. Because
So the
those are awesome.
Thank you. So the Queen of Panic actually came second. So the way that the Panic Within had came up, I was sitting in the bakery for days. It wasn't like a quick process, but I was trying to find something that's I had never heard before because since I worked at the bakery and I listened to a lot of different people, I've heard a lot of different names and I wanted something that would kind of stand out. And I went through quite a few of them. Unfortunately, I don't have the list anymore, but I had probably like 8 names that I was going through. And my friend, his name is Paul. He and I actually came up with the Panic Within together, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome!" So we used it, and then from there, I just chose the Queen of Panic because I thought it sounded good, and then the King of Panic for my husband because of the same reason, the King and the Queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
So-
Alex Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was it? Nice.
So, so Queen, I like telling people this. I came up with my name because I was like, because they bullied me into starting to narrate. So one day I was just out mowing the yard for my dad, and I was just thinking about names, and then I just thought P Nightmares came in, and just as I was, I came my interests were playing in my head, and I'm like, shit, I guess we're doing this now.
Yeah. And I'm glad they bullied you into narrating. You do really good. I like working with you.
He
Doesn't
does.
he?
He
Doesn't
does. He was writing stories for us beforehand, and I actually had him do a couple of lines in one of the stories
Yeah.
he helped me write. And it's like you've got to do this.
Yeah.
You need to do this. You sound really good.
All right. I hate to interrupt the conversation, but I haven't seen this person in a long time. Hey, Aisha, how are you doing?
Yeah, she's here.
I know it's been a long time since we've seen her. She is an amazing artist.
She is. She's wonderful.
Silver Slumber. I'm your biggest fan. You have a fan out there. Silver
Oh, thanks,
Slumber is
Silver.
your fan.
Appreciate that.
Silver Slumber.
But Silver, you're gonna have to fight Jelly Bean for that title.
Thank you.
Even though I don't know when the last time she
Did anybody
actually
else
watched
hear
one
that
of my videos
roboting?
was.
I didn't hear the roboting. I probably had
Okay,
the
then
music
it's
up
me.
way too loud. I did get the music up, but I think I've got it way too loud.
I'm still not hearing any music, Mia.
Give it a minute. I'm seeing it on the board.
She's like, "Can I have a second, please?"
It takes a moment for it to.
0 seconds. 0 seconds.
You know what?
Okay, now I hear the music, so you're good.
Okay. As long as it's not too loud, I'm good. Because we want to have the music in the background of us. We don't want it taking over our voices.
No, see, I want to flip flop that. I want us to be in the background of the music.
Just turn it up. We don't want to hear ourselves. It's fine.
Exactly. No audio for anyone.
None of it.
I've gotten into watching a bunch of court channels, and I don't know if y'all know who our Nevada judges is, but they've got this theme music that they put on at the beginning and the end, and also if everybody goes up to the judge to have a conference, we can't hear that. So instead of hearing the white noise that's in the courtroom, they put on their theme music, and it's really, really loud. And one of the court watchers was playing one of their videos and couldn't talk over their music. It was too loud. So they turned off the sound, and he's like, I've got to keep an eye on it to see when they come away from the judge so I can turn the sound back up. He doesn't, Silver Slumbers, from what I understand from Queen, he doesn't have his own YouTube channel, right?
No, he does not. So it's kind of the same as like how PA is. So he doesn't know if he wants to be a part of like just the Panic Within or if he wants to do his own thing. He always kind of disliked his voice, and I finally got him to do it, and he really liked it. So slowly we've been putting him into videos with me, and there's a bunch coming, but he's just not sure yet. He just kind of wants to be a part of this for now.
That's okay. That's okay. And I think it's kind of cool.
Agreed.
I mean, little dark little secrets, dark little voices.
Little voices.
Dark little voices.
That's
yes.
that's a
POV.
husband. It's a husband and wife team. I don't know why I said secrets for some reason.
Oh, and they're fun too.
I adore them.
They- Yeah.
They like
Yeah.
leave stuff on my subreddit all the time, and I'll record those or like have them come in, and they're actually once it's finished, maybe I'll well, not maybe, I will probably be putting it on my Twitter. But he's drawing me a picture of like with my avatar in this dress that he found like on the internet, and he was like, "This is the Panic Within. I'm gonna draw this, and it's coming out really cool, and I will be
All
posting
right.
that."
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like a fairy themed, like dark fairy dress, and he's putting like, of course, my avatar's face on it, and it's really cool so far. I'm really excited.
I can't wait to see it.
Me too. I'm like patiently waiting. I'm actually really impatient, but I'm like,
Well, you can be patiently impatient.
yeah, and you can't rush greatness. You gotta let him, take his time.
And Silver Slumbers, you should check out her. Artzilla has her own YouTube, and you can watch her make her art on there. And
Yeah.
it's really cool because she puts music behind it while she's doing it. I can't
And
art. Okay, I can't art.
I can't art either.
I
My mom
I-
arts. My daughter arts.
I can art at an advanced child's level.
well, yeah, my
You know the kid that failed kindergarten? That's how I art.
my
She can't even draw stick figures properly, is what she's saying.
And
yeah.
I can't.
I have to art with my words. If I try to draw a picture in your mind of what I'm seeing, so that you can see it when you close your eyes, and if it scares you, maybe I did a good thing.
I art with my cooking and my baking.
That's how Hank started, right? Hank started designing cakes, and now he makes horror clay
Or
figures.
themed. Oh.
I also art
Oh.
with my words,
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
mostly.
Yes, you art with your words too.
Hi, Spooky Spader.
Also,
Hello, everyone.
I'm oddly proud of this, so I gotta share. I've been playing D&D with friends, and I'm playing a monk, and apparently my monk is just so violent to the point where we had to go to like the Assassin's Guild. We were like in the underworld, and I was just making like underworld crime bosses just shiver in their boots, and I'm just like, that's right. I'm scary.
Yes, Silver Slumber, she is. I have been listening to her all week, actually, since last week when I first found out she was going to be on the show. She has a fantastic voiceover voice, and it is good. You need to go. Everybody needs to go check her out. And
Thank you.
Yes.
Queen, the
Do
next
you
time we
want
do a collab
to throw
together,
up
you
her
need to like.
YouTube real quick?
I'm working on it.
Hey, Queen, the next time we do a collab, you need to give me like the evil character, because I just do evil way too freaking well. I was reading the collab that you sent me, and I was reading the lines for the evil for the villain. I'm just like, God, I wish you would have given me this one. I would have freaking knocked that out of the park.
Hey, I got you. Next time, I'm gonna be looking for a whole bunch of stories when I'm, down for the count for a little bit, and then once I find the stories, I'll send them over to you, and I'll tell you the deadline. It'll be like in the future, of course, but
Well,
I'm absolutely.
there's two more voices in here too that would be
This
if needed.
Oh, absolutely, all of you.
Right.
Guys. Absolutely.
Yeah.
there's absolutely just one story that I have. For some reason the title is eluding me right now, but it's the boss essentially fires his one employee that he just abuses because
the
there-
chessboard story.
no, it's not that one. It's the one
Oh.
where like the brother
Oh,
and
the
sister
lawyer.
kidnap the boss. Yeah, and like the lawyer, he gets fired, so they kidnap their boss. And I wrote that boss so perfectly that everyone hates that asshole. And then I voice him so perfectly, people have just come to me and goes, "Can you just do the voice for that guy?" I think I've done the voice for that asshole boss like 6 or 7 times now, and each time I just fucking nail it out of the park. It's just like, oh, I even want to punch myself in the face now.
You're like,
Well, it's like
wow, I
you.
started to hate myself.
It's like you want to go after that brother or the boyfriend with the brothers, right?
Yeah. I'm just like, I even want to punch myself in the face right now. And that's how I know I did a good job.
So I do it with words, but and I just found this out, Filia, so that's why I haven't told you. Don't kill me.
We'll consider it. I'll take your request
My
into consideration.
granddaughter, who is my mini-me, just graduated
I
from
know, yeah.
second grade. She's going into the third
Oh.
grade, and she got all A's, and she's being put in gifted art next year
Awesome.
for
Oh,
her
that's
drawings.
awesome.
And she really does a great drawings. I mean, she's an 8-year-old, so it looks like maybe a 10-year-old's drawings. But
Yeah,
no, I'm not
it's awesome.
biased at all.
I don't have many grandbabies, so everybody else's grandbabies are mine by default.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? I have to share with everybody else because I probably won't get grandkids.
But to me, being somebody who can't art and knowing how much of me is in this little girl, I'm so proud of her. I'm just so proud of her, and we need to. It's something like that we need to flourish and blossom and teach in our children. And
I agree.
we don't need to say, well, that head's really big on that body. Why don't you, she watches Invader Zim. She likes the way they look. This is my child.
I remember when my daughter
Thank
was
you, Aisha.
Learning to draw. We worked with her a lot to draw hands and feet because that seems to be where a lot of artists lose it. They can't draw hands and feet.
That is the
And
hardest
so
thing.
now my daughter's art, she gets her hands in just amazing little, just the detail and the way she has the fingers placed and everything. And it just, and then I got her, a book that showed how to do the planes and, like a upside down triangle for the head and, and then you round it out and stuff like that. But yeah, so make sure she draws hands and feet and, you can practice with her
Eyes.
and have her draw, you put your hand in a position and have her draw.
Yeah. So I've got a couple questions here. Silver Slumbers asks, do you do type acting before your narration career? Did you do
I didn't. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Because a type of acting.
I think he
Any
means,
type
did you
of acting.
do, yeah.
Did you do any type of
Yeah,
acting
that's what I
before
think
your
it is.
narration career? I got
So
it.
I did not technically. I was in drama class, like theater in
I
high
knew
school.
that.
I was also a Glee kid, so like we had Glee in our school, so I can sing and I can like do the dancing and everything. But aside from that, I'm just dramatic, so I'm good at this. I'm a dramatic person.
I kind of knew you were going to say that you were in drama club.
Yeah,
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
loved it.
Oh.
And Glee, I loved the show, but I loved it in school because it was like an after school. You'd go. We had like a block period thing, so it was like every other day we had Glee, and I loved it. I looked forward to it, and I met a lot of my best friends. Like I still talk to them to this day in Glee, and I don't know. I loved it. I like the arts. I don't know. I can also draw. Talking about on what we were talking about a minute ago, I can do a lot of different art things. I can paint and draw and all that good stuff too.
Yeah, it's just I don't know. I'm not able to do that, and to see that she's able to do it, and I've watched other people. I am so amazed by people who can art.
And it's amazing. I love to hype up people that are like good at that kind of stuff. I'm a hype man. I love doing that. I will hype you up every day.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, and Vader.
Yeah, we got Magnetar. I can't say it. And there's Spooky Spader.
Yep,
Well, you can catch us in the replay, Magnetars.
magnetic.
What up, Magnetar? How you doing, dude?
Okay, well, so we've got some new people, and we are interviewing the Queen of Panic from the channel The Panic Within. And we are having a blast. As a matter of fact, we've just been chit-chatting so much, I think we've only asked her like 2 questions.
That's okay.
But
I'm
I
not worried
have a
about it.
question for you. Yeah, no. Okay, so I do have a question.
Okay.
What is your preferred type of horror? I mean, I know you like true crime, but do you like the demonic possession or the psychological slasher?
I think that I'm more of a like I like all types of horror, of course, but I think that I like I guess what you would say is like the real horror more. Like I like I find stalkers intriguing. I find like serial killers intriguing. I find like that sort of thing. Like the reason I like Your Maker is the crazy things that he talks about in his 911 calls. Like
Yeah.
that stuff is kind of like because it scares me more. Like I had a fear of clowns back like not so much now, but when I was younger, just because it's like real. It's there's a person under that mask. It's not like something fake, you know, like that craze that was going around the nation
Yeah.
scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
It scared a
So,
lot of us.
yeah, my dad was like, "Oh, I'm gonna show up," and because I lived on a farm at the time, he's like, "I'm gonna show up with my friends in some masks." I was like, "That's a good way to die, because I'm gonna shoot first. You better not
Questions
show up."
later.
Let's
For
shoot
real.
first and ask questions later.
I was like, "Please don't. I don't want to kill you on accident. Please stay at home."
One of my friends told me they were going to show up in a clown mask with a knife, and I'm like, that's a good way for me to kill you. If you're
For real, like, don't
if you're
do
just
that.
done with life and you want to check out, do it. Find out what happens.
Suicide by clown.
To quote
For real.
my favorite phrase, "Fuck around and find out."
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Have
I
a
was like,
lot
that's
of
not
that.
even funny, 'cause
Have a lot of that because I mean I see that so much when when we look around the world and some of the people that do some things, it's like, why did you even try that? You knew it was
Yeah.
not going to work out right.
Yeah, I swear the conversation. If one of those clowns got like shot, and the mask came off, and you're like, "Oh my god, it's so and so." You're like, "Why did you do this?" Like,
right, why would you do that?
he's like, the last words. I thought it'd be funny.
You're like, wow,
No,
so
it's
funny
not.
now that you're dead. Like,
Yeah.
wow, I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah, crazy wife, crazy girlfriend.
I
Yeah,
agree with Silver too. Those are
Yeah.
some of them are even worse. I mean, real life ones are even worse than I mean, wow. I've seen some TPO hearings for people who are in a relationship and their significant other or family member turns into one of those crazy people. And I think it's because they know how to get to you the worst. They know exactly what to do to get into your head. And even
Yeah,
though
I
nobody
can tell
else
you
really
guys-
understands it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I get that. Having had a real stalker, it's terrifying.
Yeah, I've never had a stalker, but I had somebody that was kind of weird with me online, and I seen him in real life, and I was afraid it was going to turn into a stalker situation. Thankfully, it did not, but I was scared. I was afraid. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
why do you know where I work?
Why do you know where I work? Why do you know where I live?
Why are you here? Right.
How did you
I actually
get
have a story. Yeah, I have a story. I think I posted it, but I might not have. It might be in my my book to post. But it's kind of like I don't know if it was a stalker situation or not. It might be paranormal, but my furniture. It was right after that guy that I was just talking about. I just seen him. It was really weird. I'm like, wow, this is weird. One day I was feeling really, really weird. I was by myself. My husband worked overnight that night. And I was in, like, my room had a sliding glass door, and it led to our front porch. And it was the weirdest feeling. I just didn't want to look at the door because I was actually really freaked out. I was like, what is going on? Like, why am I so anxious? Next morning, I wake up and all of our furniture had been moved, and the main seat was facing my door that was to my room, that sliding glass door.
Oh.
I was like, is this like a ghost trying to screw with me, or is somebody freaking me out? You know, it was scary.
Speaking of ghosts, do you believe in the paranormal?
I do believe in the paranormal.
Okay.
Ooh,
Do you have any
good.
personal
Got
stories?
stories.
I have a couple.
Oh.
So they're all kind of short because I don't have anything crazy that's happened to me. All of my crazy ones are like I've seen from other people. Not seen, but I heard from other people. But one day I was getting ready to go. Okay, so I was watching. Do you guys know the show Dynasty?
Yes.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was,
Well,
I've
some
never
of
seen
us
it,
are
but
old
I've heard
enough.
of it. So yeah.
oh, there's a remake too. There's one on Netflix, and I was watching that, and I had to pee. You know, I was like, all right, I'm gonna wait because I was right. My house used to freak me out. It was a big house, big and old. It was the same place that my husband has all his stories from, like all his creepy paranormal stuff that happened to him. So I was like waiting for my brother to get home, and I was like, all right, I'll just wait, and then I'll go in there and I'll shower. He was supposed to be home in like 5 minutes. Well, I forgot that he didn't work at all that day, so he wasn't gonna be home anytime soon. But when I thought he was, I heard footsteps come through the house. And normally he'd come through the house, he'd turn on some lights, like the kitchen light, and he'd go to his room and he'd put his TV on, and you'd hear all of that. His car would be out front. Well, I hear these footsteps, and I'm like, awesome, cool. I go up, go to the bathroom, you know, whatever. And the house is completely dark and quiet, and that's not like him. So I looked outside, and he's not home. And when I tell you, I heard clear as day footsteps walk through the house. I was terrified. I was like, did somebody break in? But no, it was fine. We checked it. I made him come home from my cousin's house to check for me.
Jesus.
I did, well, because they were down the street.
Come
then my
check us
husband-
out. I'm scared.
Yeah, it's for real. Like, just in case it's a real human, like, please come check and make sure I'm not
Right.
about to die. Just in case. But my husband, he has two stories specifically from this house. And one of them, when he was really little, he looked out the window and he seen, like, this guy who kind of looked like he was underwater. And he had his floor, where like, or his room was, like, you know how when houses have basements, they're lifted kind of off the ground. So they're kind of like 7 foot tall, like higher than that, the windows.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's where it was. So he's seen this guy who looked like he was underwater, like his hair all kind of up and moving, and that freaked him out. But then the one that really freaks me out, and his sisters have situations like this too. He was in his room. He heard his sister come in. She was like standing at the foot of his bed. So he's like, "What the heck are you doing? Like, get out of here!" And she screeched really loud, knocked over a bunch of stuff, and like ran out. Well, he was freaked out, as he should be, because it's terrifying.
Yeah.
And because it looked like demonic. Of course, it's not my story, so it's a little like all over the place. But
It's okay.
he woke up thinking it was a dream, and it wasn't, because everything was still knocked over, and it wasn't actually his sister. It was like a paranormal entity.
I
Wow.
grew up in a house with one of the. It was a tri-story house, I guess is what you'd call it. The ground floor was actually above the basement, and then you went upstairs to where the bedrooms were, and you went downstairs. The ground floor didn't extend underneath the basement or above the basement or underneath the second floor. So it was kind of like on the side of it. And I never had any problems with the basement itself, but those stairs, there was those stairs. I would run down them so that I was off them as quickly as I could be. Oh,
So I literally lived in a haunted house my entire childhood.
yes, you
And
did.
there was an old woman who had died in the room I slept in, and she took a liking to me because she would, like, no one else in my family would really have any experiences with her, but I'd hear outside my room like mumbling and walking around, like I'd hear creaks outside my door, and it just became status quo. She wasn't malicious. She wasn't trying to hurt me, so it was good. It was all good. I didn't care. I turned my TV on and just ignored it. One day I was sitting on Discord just talking to some people. My camera was on, and next thing you know, I'm wearing a hoodie. You see the hood of my hoodie goes straight, and I get yanked backwards. And without missing, I was like, "God damn you, stupid fucking bitch, leave me alone!" And then and then I felt really bad. And I'm like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to swear."
It's like, wait a minute. My bad.
I just like ripped into this old lady ghost, and then I immediately felt bad about it.
No, the best
I was
one was
watching.
we were
I
watching
was in
him.
the
We were talking to
Yes,
him
I saw
in
it.
Discord, and he had his camera on, and we're watching him and talking to him and everything, and all of a sudden his chair gets pulled back from the top, and it's like, oh, what was that? He says,
I'm like, what happened?
It's the damn ghost. It's fine.
yeah, sure.
It's
He's
fine,
he
it's
says
fine.
it's just the ghost. And I'm just like, yeah,
She gets mad.
Furbies!
Furbies was
She gets
here.
annoyed sometimes with my bullshit, and then wants to let me know I pushed it too.
Mm-hmm.
Back to status quo.
You went too far. You went too far.
What's up, Fur? How you doing, brother?
Yay.
So
Furbies is also a narrator.
Oh,
We have
Lone
a
Wolf is here
entire
too.
group.
What's up, Wolf?
Oh,
hey,
hey.
Lone
Where?
Wolf. I miss Lone Wolf.
Hello.
There he is.
Oh, there. I did too.
I saw the wolf heads and immediately knew who that was.
Yeah, 100%. You're like, oh.
I didn't even
look
see
at
the
the
wolf
name
head, so
before
I wasn't looking on the screen.
Yeah, I didn't even look at the name
I
before I
wouldn't
addressed him. I just was just like, oh, hey, Lone Wolf. And then I looked to just make sure I was right.
What if you were wrong?
I would have been like, now you're Lone Wolf's twin.
Yep, it's official. You are now Lone Wolf number 2.
You're Lone Wolf's twin. You're Lonelier Wolf.
Or would that be? Well, Lone Wolf wouldn't be a lone wolf anymore. It'd be more like two
They're a
pack
pack.
wolves. Is it a pack if it's two, or do they need more than two to be a pack? I don't know.
They can start their own pack.
Oh, they
with
could
two.
start their own pack. That's
That's
true.
true.
I am tired of putting these. Okay, guys, I just filled up.
He said there can only be one.
Wait a minute.
I could see Wolf joining. I could see Lone Wolf joining the other Lone Wolf, and then just, hey, what happened to the second Lone Wolf? Don't ask questions.
Yeah, he's dead.
There's nothing to see. Move
Don't
on.
ask
Don't
questions.
ask questions. Just
I'll
accept
have-
it.
If you ask questions, I'm gonna have to give you a one-way ticket to visit the other Lone Wolf.
You're gonna
Don't
see him
ask
real soon.
questions.
Questions are bad. Don't ask questions.
It's like you're currently on the endangered species list. Keep talking, and you're gonna be on the extinct list.
Mm-hmm. Have you got something going on in the background, PA?
Someone's getting a shower, and unfortunately, the water pipes are right above my head, so you might be hearing that.
I don't know if that's what I'm hearing or not. It's just,
No, I don't think that
I'm
is.
hearing a buzzing from someone.
yeah, that's what I'm hearing is a little bit of a buzzing.
Probably for me. That's been happening a lot lately, and I don't understand why.
But it's not when you talk.
Right.
Just when you're quiet.
But yeah, that was like I came up with that death threat like while playing D&D, and I'm like, that's the greatest way to threaten someone. Currently, you're on the endangered species list. Keep trying me, and you're gonna be on the extinct list. Just
We wolves are very competitive. I once had a cousin who tried to take over the pack. I ain't seen him since.
Oh,
did that story end in cannibalism? I feel like it ended in cannibalism.
Oh man, I heard a story last night. I don't remember whose channel it was now, but it went into cannibalism, and I didn't even see it coming. I was like, wait a minute, what? When did this? Where did this change? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Okay.
well,
I actually
maybe
have a
he's imagining it. Nope, he wasn't imagining it. Oh,
It's like you're listening to a story and it's on track for what you expect. Yep, check it. That checks out. Hard left.
it's Ghost Lady. Trying
Wasn't
to
seeing that coming.
It might. Well, no, he moved, so I don't know if if his girlfriend's in his place has a ghost or not. She could have followed him.
That ghost definitely followed me. Hands down, 100%. I'll be sitting in my office and I'll just see a fucking shadow like walk like out of the corner of my eye, just walk by my office, and I'm like, absolutely, she followed me 100%.
Smileville, if you want to haunt me, you have to fight the 10-year-old. I've got a 10-year-old boy that is in our house most of the time, and yeah, you got to fight him if you want to. Yeah.
Val, you want to haunt me? Just bring the whiskey. We're good.
You said it's fine.
That's fine. I
I'll
don't
add
mind
another one to
fighting.
Right, just as long as there's whiskey, we're good.
I'll add another one to my collection. It's fine.
Oh God.
I'll just fucking I'll become a Pokemon trainer and start catching ghost types.
It's. I found a shirt that says it's okay. I'm a Pokemon trainer. And for some reason, that hit me the wrong way.
Pokemon, the only show out there that just advertises animal abuse and no one gets mad.
Is it really animal abuse though? Is it?
You are catching these monsters and enslaving them in Pokeballs, then throwing them out and saying fight.
But is it really abuse?
It's absolute abuse, 100%.
Because they seem to like the balls. I mean, well, this is the 69th show, guys.
Where's Ray at? Where's Ray at? Is it abuse? They seem to like balls. Out of context quote.
Oh my god.
We are so.
Okay, so
We warned you, Queen. We warned you.
It's okay.
so if what is your favorite bad horror movie? Like just the ones that are so bad.
Oh, I've got to
Actually,
think about
I've got a question that's really close to that, but I'll wait for that one to come out.
it. Okay. I honestly don't know because I like a lot of horror movies. I think the one that like I seen that was the most like screwed up. Have you guys heard of Human Centipede?
Oh my gosh. I sat there and watched that movie and I'm like, why am I watching this? Somebody
You're like,
turn it off. I can't turn it off. Somebody turn it off for me.
My oh my god wasn't to hear you saying Human Centipede. I read Wolf's last comments. If you're going to make a living fighting other animals, you have balls.
Hey, fair enough. You know what? He also said that he will fight a 10-year-old and that he'll bring the whiskey. So you're good.
We're good.
Yeah. Sounds like a party.
Child abuse and alcohol go hand in hand together. Apparently.
Next.
Anybody walked in on that segment of the stream without any context, I'm
There's
not
a
sorry.
problem,
You know what? Where is our out of context God?
Missing some gold lines here is what he's doing.
no. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see if that actually adds. Let's see if it adds. Because it's supposed to. I fed. Yay!
42. It worked.
Yay! I made it work. I made it work.
Someday we'll have a show of nothing but reading the quotes.
Just read all of the ones from like the 69 episodes
Or more.
Read all of them.
or more. Yeah.
Yeah, all of them.
Quote
Because
the Nevermore Collective.
there's a couple of
And to see if we
quotes
can
in there that are
remember.
from conversations that we've had outside of the show. So it's
Oh.
it's really funny. Like I've got one in there from Filia that she told me to remember, and about a year later I got the quote thing working and I used it as one of the tests, and she's like, I forgot I said that.
And I forgot what it was again. She had it, and I know she told me what it is, but I've forgotten it again.
I don't remember what number it is either.
How do you think people would react if you made the reverse of Pokemon and made it to where the Pokemon capture humans and make them fight violently? We'll call it Pokehuman. That sounds so wrong.
It does.
That sounds like the
Pokehuman?
Pokemon. Yeah, Pokehuman. That sounds like the Pokemon's version of a porno.
It does.
It does. When did we never mind. Oh, speaking of which, guys, and I don't know how many of you know this. YouTube CEO Susan. I'm not even going to try to say her last name. Is leaving or has left, and we're going to have a new CEO. But they have started looking in the chat rooms of live streams for the words that you're not supposed to say, and they've been going after people like that. So be careful when you're in live chats, what you say. The Google gods can take away your words and ban you and do things for you. Oops, I just screwed that up. That you probably don't want to know about.
Oh,
Yeah, it kind of sucks, doesn't it?
spoil our fun.
They can try and silence me, but they're not that powerful.
You're like, good luck.
If you strike me down, I will come back stronger than you can imagine.
I will take over your life. I mean, what? What?
I will straight Obi-Wan Kenobi this shit and come back stronger than ever.
Oh my gosh, you just got me.
YouTube bans me. I come back. Well, hello there.
So should we just skip past all the serious questions and go straight to the simple ones?
I think we just went to the silly ones and
Chaos. No, here's a fun question for you.
See if I actually need to,
So
need to teach pet and rules.
So, Queen,
Yes.
alligators and crocodiles have gained the ability to fly. How does humanity fare?
Bro, we're done for. We're game over. Fly? Yeah, we're screwed.
Have you seen the movie Crocosaurus versus Mega Shark?
No, I have not.
Sadly, I have.
That's kind of what I see in my mind when he said that. It's just like,
I think a Sharknado without the fucking tornado part. Just, they're only one step away from they're only one evolution dragon, because those motherfuckers next gonna start breathing fire. You know they're gonna. Reptilian bastards can fly. Fire is the next logical progression.
That's fair. You know what?
Absolutely.
And that day comes, I will learn me a dragon.
Okay, so how come nobody ever, when people are telling stories about dragons and stuff, how come nobody ever mentions flyover poop bombs?
You know,
I don't know.
I have raised the question several times to my friends. How large do you think Godzilla's turds are, and are they radioactive?
Like, probably. And very big.
Yeah, very, very big. And I don't even want
I
to
just
think about
wanna
that.
see- I just want to see a Godzilla movie where Godzilla just gets pissed off and shits somewhere in New York, and they have to clean that up.
And see, that's nothing that we've ever seen in a movie. Magnetar versus Turbo Squid. That is a movie, isn't it? I think I remember that. Look, I watch weird movies.
It's okay. Weird movies are the best.
Well,
Also,
and see, that's what leads me to this question, because I saw a interview where they asked this question, and I still think it was a pretty good question, and so I'm going to ask you, what horror movie that nobody seems to like do you love?
I'm not sure, because I don't know which ones would be ones that people don't like. Because I like a lot of horror movies, so I'm not sure.
all right, I have one that I know
I
a
got
lot of
that.
people hate that I fucking love,
Okay.
and it's Willy's Wonderland. People hate that movie, but Nicolas Cage not talking and just violently murdering living animatronics, just the way he does it. And then there's a scene where he's just like playing pinball and just fucking dancing while he's doing it. So ridiculous and over the top. I absolutely fucking love it.
You said it's called Willy's Wonderland?
Yeah, it's on Hulu.
Because I've never seen it, but I would love to.
Nicolas Cage does not utter a single word that whole movie. He just grunts. It's fucking gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Great. Got such bad reviews and people were like, it flopped, and I'm just like, that's because you guys have no sense of humor, one. Also, this was genius. Apparently he was supposed to talk, but Nicolas Cage read the lines. The script said, I'm not reading those, and said he was going to do the movie without uttering a single word. I'm just like, that was the right decision.
Yeah.
yeah. If it
Speaking
scares people more, yeah.
Speaking of animatronics, are you guys gonna go see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie?
I'm probably going to see it, yeah.
I am also gonna go see it.
I don't know because
I want to see it so bad.
I know somebody who wants to go see it, and I don't think that I'll be allowed to take her.
Oh no.
But you know, she wanted. At 3 years old, she wanted to watch Five Nights at Freddy's. Five Nights at Freddy's is not appropriate for a 3-year-old.
Yeah, it'll probably be like PG-13, so she won't be able to go in.
But she's 8 now.
Oh, maybe.
She'll be 9 in November. And I'm
Because when is?
not sure.
Sorry, go ahead.
You know, I'm not sure because it's not sexual or anything like that. It's not got any prawn in it or anything like that. So I'm not sure.
I started watching horror when I was like 5 years old, and I turned out fine.
Well,
sort of.
You know, she's no scare. She's not no scaredy cat, and she's not a She's not afraid of things. She's no. What's the word I want? Somebody help me. She's no stranger to horror.
Yeah, harder.
Horror.
Horror.
Yeah, English is my first language. I promise.
English is hard.
Actually, no, it's not. I speak American.
That's a bad. For anybody who doesn't understand the difference, American is a bastardized offshoot of English.
And hi, Azazel.
Tell me that's not the best way that you've ever heard someone describe what American versus English is. Bastardized offshoot of English.
It is. It is.
It is.
But like she's been watching Coraline since she was 3. For her birthday this year, somebody gave her a Coraline doll. She got to open it early, and she was carrying it around with her everywhere.
That's
I
awesome.
love Coraline.
So yeah.
But Queen, in Willy's Wonderland, the first time one of the animatronics come to life, Nicolas Cage is like mopping, and he turns around and it's standing right in his face, and he just like pokes it once, pokes it again with a mop handle. This thing comes to life and is like, I'm gonna eat your face, and he just pops it in the fucking face with a mop handle again, like zero fear at all, and it was great. I was just like, but you could tell like the robot even had to like look of surprise on his face.
He's like, what the heck?
Did this motherfucker just boot me in the face with a mop handle?
Yeah.
What do the robots look like?
Right now.
One's a turtle. One is like a woman. Her name's Siren. There's Willy is like a weasel. There's a knight. It just like a bunch of random ones. I can't remember all the other ones, but
There's a lot of them. Oh my
there's
God.
like 5 or 6.
Okay.
So, but yeah, like they're cool looking.
Nice.
Willy's Wonderland is essentially Five Nights at Freddy's, just not different enough where they can't get hit for copyright infringement.
Nice. Perfect.
Yeah. They have to be very careful with that too. You know. It's But I mean, we grew up with things like that, and it's like. Because we had Chuck E. Cheese. My kids had Chuck E. Cheese. I didn't really have Chuck E. Cheese. I had putt putt, but no, there's no. But yeah, I mean, you know, we find different things funny, right?
Yes.
And we've all got our reasons for wanting to watch horror. It's different for each one of us. Where we came from into horror. I haven't asked you that question yet, but we'll get there. But when we get into it, it's like you're gonna eat everything you can of it, right?
I agree. Yeah.
And you take a taste of this and a taste of that and a taste of this, and it's like, yeah, Human Centipede. I turned it on. I thought, this is interesting. I wonder what it's about. And then I couldn't turn the damn thing off, and I'm sitting there going, shit, make it go away, make it go away, make it go away, please make it go away.
But-
I want my
But you
life
can't
back.
go away.
I want my life back. I
It's
can't
like a
close my
train wreck.
eyes. Yeah, it's like a train wreck.
You just can't look away.
So, what brought what brought you into horror?
So my dad is into horror so much, like my mom too, but not as much as my dad. My dad's obsessed with horror. His favorite movie is Halloween, like the series. You know, he likes all of them. And we grew up watching, me and my sister, from a really young age. Like I remember I was so young when I first seen Resident Evil. Like there's like a bunch of different ones. Like we used to go. It's like how PA said when we were like 5, like young. We would go, and as long as we had parental permission, we went to see like The Grudge when they came out. I was like 5 when that came out, but you know what I mean, like young.
Yeah.
And then we went to go see a bunch of other stuff, but my dad has always been obsessed. So growing up, I was a daddy's girl, so like I was obsessed because my dad was obsessed, and then obviously I just became obsessed. I love it anyways because it's cool and I think it's awesome. Where my sister was always afraid of it. And then from there, though, it just kind of, it blossomed into me just really being interested in it rather than just because my dad was interested in it.
Okay.
Yeah. I got into horror
That's
mostly
cool.
because for some reason I found it hilarious. And
I could tell by your personality you found it hilarious.
I'm always looking for a movie that can legitimately scare me, and I have yet to find that particular movie. Except for when I was younger, I watched Children of the Corn when I was younger, and I lived in an area surrounded by cornfields.
Oh, so you were scared?
And my brain was like, I'm sure that there's probably nothing in there.
But there might be.
We're just gonna walk in the middle of the road just in case.
Yeah. I still do that. Like as an adult, if I'm walking down somewhere where there's corn, I will not walk next to it just in case. You never know.
And then there's also like the superstitions like Candyman and fucking
like Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary. I will not say those in the mirror. Fuck that noise. Absolutely
Oh,
not.
come
Not
on.
because I don't think not because I think they're gonna come kill me. I just don't need to. I just don't need to risk it.
It's not worth it.
Same for Ouija boards. I will not fuck with a Ouija board.
Oh,
absolutely no way in
That's
hell.
the one I won't do at all. I don't mess with those. There's a reason, and maybe one day I'll share that because that's a really. Actually, I think I've shared it in a couple places, but it really is one of those things that still hits me.
My sister, like my younger sister, she got married recently, and my brother-in-law was like, "I'm gonna buy a Ouija board and bring it in the house," and I'm like, "And I will murder you, burn that Ouija board, and probably have to burn this house down because I ain't having something fucking follow me that wants me dead. Absolutely not."
Yeah, and some I agree. Some don't do diddly squat. Okay, some don't do diddly squat, but the ones that do work, yeah.
I always laugh because people fuck around and find out. I am not that kind of person. I mean, I will fuck around and find out, but not with those things. I like knowing. I had one nightmare that scared me, and it was this little girl that was by my bed, and she had like long black hair, and she was staring at me, and like I grabbed a pencil and I stabbed her in the hand. And she pulls it out, and there's no blood. And she like Spider-Man jumps backwards and says on my wall. And I have one simple philosophy: if it bleeds, I can kill it. This thing didn't bleed and scared the shit out of me.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause I'm like, oh great, I can't kill this thing.
So, what is your? Well, we asked that, didn't we?
I got a question we haven't asked yet.
Okay.
Um, if you do get writer's block, how do you get past that?
So I have not gotten to that point where I've had writer's block, which is very fortunate for me. Thank goodness. I'm one of those people that, like I said, it's fortunate because I've always kind of written since I was in school. Like when I was young, I won a couple contests with like high school for writing and everything. So I don't really. That sounds like braggy. I don't mean it to come off as braggy. I haven't hit that yet, which is very fortunate. But if I do, I like to listen to like different narrators. I guarantee I'll come on and like listen to you guys or listen to, any of my favorite narrators just to kind of get an idea. And then, oh no, I lied. Okay, so there was one time, I remember now. There was one time I actually did have a little bit of writer's block and I was trying to like get all this stuff together for the channel. It was before I started, but I was still writing stuff. And I went to Let's Read's channel and I just kind of listened for a couple hours and just like listened to all the different things that he like has. And it's not that I write like stories specifically like what he's like reading, but I'll use his topics for topics, and then it kind of there. I'll use people's topics to kind of bring it up.
Well, I hear other stories that just like all of a sudden, I'm bookmarking that because I'm gonna write a story about that. But I'm these guys know I'm listening to narrators when I'm writing. Might not be writing anything like what they have there, but I'm listening. I'm listening.
Which is good though, because then you get all these different ideas, and specifically with like Let's Read, he's got so much content that you can go through and just like listen.
Joel is my Joel and your maker.
Yeah.
Yes, mine too.
They are
And,
mine. Joel's
and
voice. There's something about Joel's voice that when I have a migraine, it soothes my migraines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lone Wolf, if you're here, we'll see you, and thanks for stopping by,
Yes,
honey.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
So, my go-to narrator, 100% of the time, absolutely is with 22.
Yes, I've been listening to
He is
Vidith some more lately too.
He is a god, and no one can convince me otherwise.
There are so many people I feel that way about in this community. Everybody's so talented, and I love, like, for example, Spooky Spader, who's in our chat. I love his voice so much, and I'm just like, I need you in this story and this story. And I feel that way about like so many of you guys. I just love it, and I'm so excited to be a part of this community.
How did you find the horror community?
I didn't. So
You
I
didn't.
just got no, I got lucky. So they found me. I was just here, I just started posting on New Year's, so I'm very new to this. And Lance's creepy readings, he found me first. And then Furberries actually found me second. And Furbs actually added me to everything that I'm in, all the group chats, all the Discords. And then Creepy Clown Girl actually made my Discord specifically, like, or my not my Discord, but my why can't I think of words? The channel, the server. So she made that for me, and Furbs helped her, and then Silver actually gave a ton of pointers on everything, and like I forgot to put thumbnails on my videos because I was just uploading. I didn't even think about it. And he's like, you should change that. That'll get you more views because you look kind of not put together right now. And I'm like, okay. And I did that, and I had a lot of help from everyone else actually.
I've got a bunch of that need thumbnails right now myself.
I used to do that thing that a lot of people do. They would we'll do like picture transitions for scenes and stuff. Yeah. And then I'm just one day I'm like, this is inefficient. This is taking too long, and fuck that noise. So I just throw the thumbnail on, drag it across the video, and call it a fucking day.
I really might start doing that because I used like 4 different photos, and it takes forever to edit them, and
it does.
And I'm just like, I'm
still doing it. I'm still doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it because that's my thing.
This woman will spend 24 fucking hours working on a video
That was
straight without a break.
36. That was 36.
I was being generous.
We
And
have to say,
And I only slept for 4 hours and then went back to it. So you could probably say 44. But
Oh my gosh. You gotta
Yeah.
have sleep.
She will work herself to almost death, and we will have to like go to fuck to sleep.
yeah, they'll message me on Discord. They're like, "Are you still up? What are you doing? Working on a video? What?
Go to bed, woman.
That's my husband right now because I'm editing before the surgery. I'm trying to get everything taken care of. He's like, I miss going to sleep with my wife, and I'm like, I know, but I need to do this.
Yeah,
I don't want the tools to hit, you know.
And I was talking to
Hey, Tim.
CCG, and I was saying I have to sit at the computer to put the videos together because the laptops that I've got over by the bed aren't powerful enough to do what I need to do. I can't run all the apps that I need to do at one time. And she's like, "Well, let's do a GoFundMe or a PayPal thing to get you a new computer. Just go pick one out." Well, I picked one out, but I'm not asking anybody to pay $2,000 for a laptop for me. No, I'm not asking you guys to do that. No. Shut up, PA. Don't even look at it.
He's like, I have a PC. I work on my laptop actually right now. This is what I started with. That's all I have. So I'm looking at a PC, and Silver helped me, but for what I want, it's like you said, like $2,000. So I completely get it. I'm like, I'm gonna do it. It's just gonna be a little bit.
It's going to take me some time, and if the U.S. Congress decides to put us all in a holding cell, it's going to take even longer. But I'm hoping that they don't give me that kind of anniversary present this year.
Yeah.
And
Wait,
we don't do politics, so that's all I'm going to say on that, guys.
I'm
That's
gonna
okay.
need you to elaborate statement.
I will elaborate after we're off air. My anniversary is the 1st of June.
That's like one of those statements. That was like that statement Queen made earlier. You know, we're not gonna just brush over that. You gotta fight for a second.
It's like, wait a minute.
I think the feedback is coming from you, Filia, because I'm seeing you light up as I hear it.
I'm sorry, guys. I don't know
it's
what's
okay.
happening.
We'll just
It's
have to
fine.
work on it and figure it out, but not right now. We're too busy talking to Queen. Not right now.
Right.
Thank goodness Ray's not in the chat.
He would have hit you so many times with that.
Oh yeah, he and I don't do it on purpose. It just comes out. That sounded bad too.
Do you have?
What's that, Filia?
Do I have what?
Ask her a question. I'm still trying to do an interview.
You said, "Do you have?" and then you stopped.
Well, because that's PA started talking.
Go ahead and ask a question. Mine can wait.
I have a favorite word.
Oh,
Say that on air.
do you have a favorite word? You can't say that.
The
on air.
one that I use the most is the F word, if you catch my drift.
I say that. I can't go 5 minutes without saying that word.
That's normally how I am. I was just being professional.
I don't.
I open my mouth.
I've already said the word fuck like 20 times in the stream. I don't.
So I see we can just say it. Yes, that is my
Just-
favorite
I-
word.
Just be careful
don't
about
have I don't have a professionalism side. I just have a me. It's just me.
No, that's okay. I love it. I just didn't know how professional was going to be. You know, this is our first time all together. I just want to make sure we're good. You know?
Are,
We're great.
are you most likely to die first during a zombie apocalypse, or do you have a plan?
All right, listen. So, no, I don't think so. Well, everybody says that, but I would love to think because I'm obsessed with The Last of Us, and you got me started now. So, I have.
Love that game. I have not gotten to finish the show yet.
Oh my god, the show is so spot on. I am so impressed by it. I've beaten the game probably 10 times because it was a comfort game. If you guys want that story, I can absolutely tell you that.
I still like. I was worried that they wouldn't do this, but in the first episode, where the girl was in the back of the car and she was watching all the chaos unfold, like in the game, that was one of my favorite things, and they did it, and I was just like, okay, you guys did a good job there.
And they changed it a little bit, but I really honestly like it. And I was so like annoyed by people, not annoyed. That's a little annoyed because like okay, for example, one of my friends will not watch it because he's so mad at the casting for Ellie, but she acts just like Ellie. She might not look exactly like her, but she acts exactly like her. And Pedro Pascal was the best Joel they could have chosen. And it was just like, for example, like Sarah too, the girl that you were just talking about, she's blonde in the game and she's a little white girl. Well, like my friend is so salty that like she doesn't look like that. He's not like mad about the race or anything. It's just like he's mad about the fact that it doesn't look like the game. And I'm like, but she sounds just like her and she looks like her. She just doesn't have blonde hair. I'm like, get over it. Grow up and watch it.
Yeah, yeah.
But because I've played it so many times and I've beat it and I like seen like everything that like unfolds, and when I want to, I can be stealthy. It's just like I'm also a big personality, so you know. But like I would like to say that I would do just fine in zombie apocalypse, and my family is. I have a huge family. Like we have like 7 people on one of my side. So my dad's side has got 7 people. On the other, and that's just my immediate family, like sisters and brothers and stuff, and my like stepmom. And then my mom's side, I've got people, and like I would like to think we would all band together, but I know for a fact that my dad already was like, no, we were talking about going to like Cabela's because we're down the street from one. Obviously, you'd have to clear it out and make sure everything's good there. But like, if you cleared out of Cabela's, you'd be solid for a while. And it's right over here. The only problem is it's right by the expressway, which might not be a problem if you think about it, because unless people are in their cars, once that clears out, they're not going to just be in the expressway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can get supplies out of empty cars.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
7 days to die.
So I had something, and I feel like Queen would appreciate this. So I was watching this. I was scrolling through YouTube Shorts, and there's this comedian who said, like, my favorite Florida man story is the first time someone ate somebody's face. Not the second one, the first time.
Golly.
It took 7 shots to put that man down, and we're like, well, was he on drugs? His toxicology report was clean. And Florida's like, yeah, it was bath salts. He's like, there are 2 types of people: Florida, bath salts. The rest of the world was like, this is a propaganda to make the war and crime stricter. I was like, nay, good sir. There were 3 types of people. There were the first 2 that you mentioned, and then there were us. And when I say there were us, they were the types of people that said zombie apocalypse. They got their cars loaded up. They had fucking water, food. They were like loading up crates of ammo. And when we found out it wasn't the zombie apocalypse, we were all immensely disappointed.
Well, see, where I live, there is voodoo, there is vampires, there are loup-garous, just plain old werewolves, and I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of witches down here too. So I don't think I have to worry too much about zombies. They're going to be enslaved by somebody somewhere if they try anything.
What you got to worry about is if a werewolf gets a hold of a zombie and eats it, and then you get a zombie werewolf, you might want to be concerned about that.
Yeah, you might want to be a little concerned.
I think the rougarou or the loup-garou would take care of them. Just my thought.
Do you think that a vampire would turn into a zombie if they like were to drink the blood of the zombie, or would they be immune to it because vampires have that super healing ability?
It's dead blood, so they wouldn't take it. You don't drink the dead.
True. That's
Hello,
fair.
Duchess of Darkness. Speaking of,
hello, Duchess.
But yeah, when he said that, and I thought about that, I'm like, there definitely was that 3rd type of people that literally would play. They've been preparing and stocking up for the zombie apocalypse. And when they thought it was here, they started unloading their car, getting ready, and then it was just bath salts, and we were all just sad.
Yeah. And
my dad is. Oops, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, my dad is a firm believer that like the first round of like COVID shots is what's gonna turn people to zombies.
I'm not a zombie yet. What's your favorite movie candy or snack?
So I like
Yeah.
cookie dough. The little cookie dough bites. Those are
Oh yes,
Cookie
yes,
dough.
yes. Send me some.
And then I
Brothers.
love popcorn, but the cookie dough.
Bro, there's a gas station like by my house, and they're like they're not just a gas station. They have like made to order food and all that. They have these like they get these things and they keep them in the little refrigerator. It's edible cookie dough. It doesn't have any egg in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I have just taken to just buying like 2 of those and taking that to work, and that's like my work snack.
There's a place online you can buy it by the pint.
Oh,
Guys,
Oh my god, you shouldn't have told me that.
I will have to send you the link, but
no,
no, I'm not allowed to send him the link.
Absolutely send me that link. 100%.
get a bag of cookie mix from the grocery store, like Betty Crocker,
Mhm.
Kitchen Witch.
Mhm.
Just add butter.
Yeah.
That's all you do is add butter. Edible cookie dough.
Uh-huh.
Right there. You don't have to buy it online. You pay $2 for the bag of cookie mix, and a stick of butter. But I don't think it's fun.
They have this cookie dough that's peanut butter Reese's cup.
oh,
No, I can't
Okay.
do that one.
Okay?
I'll eat it with
I don't need to tell you how good that is.
you. You guys like Nutella?
Oh yeah, Nutella. La, la, la,
So I'm gonna tell you something that's gonna change your life, okay? So my husband made this last night and it was the best. So he took white bread and he like rolled it out to make it really thin, so that way he could spread Nutella on it. Rolled it up, and then he made like a cinnamon butter that he glazed it with. Put it in the air fryer, and oh my god, when I tell you it was the best thing I've ever tasted, you definitely need to try that at home.
Oh my gosh. We've
I-
got 2
I
air
think-
fryers. What does that tell you?
Yeah.
I've taken a liking to just dipping strawberries in Nutella because it's delicious.
'Cause
Oh
it's
yeah, it
delicious,
is. It's delicious, nutritious, and tastes like strawberries, chocolate covered strawberries with.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, so we always end up at food or sex.
Don't
And
we?
today it's food.
Well, it's both
We
kind of. But
always-
anyway, she's gonna get me. She is gonna get me.
You can spread Nutella other places too.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you can tell.
It's finger looking good.
So Gilligan or the professor?
We're
Do you
talking to me.
So Gilligan or the
yes.
professor? Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Take
I
them
love
both. Sam or Dean?
Yeah, both. Oh, that's such a hard one. So when I was younger, it would have been Sam because I had the biggest crush on him. But something about Dean and like the bad boy attitude gets me.
Dean is my spirit animal.
Dean is. Me and my friend, actually, his name is Sean. We talk about him all the time because he's obsessed with Dean and John Stamos.
Oh, I love.
He's like,
John
I'm not gay,
Stamos.
but I would be gay for John Stamos. And I'm like, as you should. Do you see him?
Yeah,
Look,
really.
I'm not gay, but also Ryan Reynolds.
Oh yeah, 100%.
John Stamos took my heart when I was 15. He was on General Hospital, which is also where Rick Springfield stole my heart.
I never liked John Stamos. Pretty boy.
I had the problem. My problem was with not John Stamos, the one that everybody mistaked him for, which was the guy that played Charles in charge, and I can't think of his name right now.
But
Neither can I.
but yes, Queen. Dean loves pie. I love pie. Dean loves whiskey. I love whiskey.
You're like, I am
there
Dean.
If there were monsters around, I would absolutely take up hunting. 100%, not even a question about it. Do you want like job description? You get to drive around the country, eating burgers, eating pie, drinking whiskey, and killing evil shit.
Oh yeah, I'm in. 100%.
Let's go.
Where do I sign up? Like, where do I sign up? Come on, that's the best job description ever. I get to kill shit and not go to jail. Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Would I die shortly thereafter? Probably, but I'm okay with
Yes.
it.
Yes, Duchess, that's his name, Scott Baio. Uh,
Scott Mail. Yeah. Looked it up.
and I've come to a where I can stand Scott Baio too now, but I'm still John Stamos is better. But
Uh-huh. He was watching Full House. That's what made him think about it. And he was just like, he's just so beautiful. And I was like, get it.
But Queen, you will agree with me. The best version of Sam from Supernatural is when he had no soul.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
The
Absolutely.
the fairy episode is like still one of my favorite episodes.
You're like, that's when I fell in love. No.
It's like the whole like whenever they're in talking to that like the lady with the tiny teacups and just Sam just like the backhanded comments he's making. We're going, and then he's like I feel like I got it on me. Like I feel like I got the ick on me. He's like, no, but you did sit in some glitter.
so I handed the vacuum. Oh, I was handing the vacuum cleaner to my housemate because I think it was the vacuum cleaner the other day, and no, it was a heating pad, and some of the you know what Easter grass is, right?
Yeah.
Some of the Easter grass from a basket that my granddaughter had over here had gotten on it, and of course you have to pull that off and everything. And then, look, it's Easter glitter. Trash can. Because Easter grass is glitter. It gets everywhere. You can't get rid of it.
Easter glass, the grass, the other glitter.
Yeah, it's like I still want that story that what is it? We have a female. What is her name now? I can't think of her name, but she did a story called I think it was called Glitter, and she goes through this whole thing, and it's glitter here and glitter there and glitter here, and actually it's not glitter, it's blood. And
Are you talking about Penny Tails Up?
yes, Penny Tails Up. That was such a good story, and as much as I would love to do it, she did such a great job with it. I don't think I could touch it.
So I had an idea that was just so mean the other day. I was like, those glitter bombs. I want to do that, but I want to send it to someone who's arachnophobic and just have like a fucking. It'd be a big ass like looking glitter bomb, but when it opens up, just tons of spiders just pour out.
Absolutely not. No.
No. You gotta get the plastic ones that wiggle.
That'd be fine, but no.
Wiggle,
Said
wiggle,
spiders.
Oh well, do you like Lucas?
Lucas.
On YouTube?
Spider.
I have not seen Lucas, no.
Oh, Lucas is the cutest little spider, and he tells these little stories, and he's like a 3-year-old,
Oh.
He's so cute. And yes,
I didn't make videos used his little nephew's voice.
Oh, that's
It's
so
so
cute. Yeah,
cute.
you should send that to me. I will definitely look at that.
I will. PA Duchess of Darkness says, "I
Yeah.
miss you. It seems like it's been forever."
Yeah,
I know
was
He's
literally in progress of just typing.
Mm.
But also, I have a friend, and he has the funniest phobia of all time. He's scared of plastic snakes. He's not scared of real snakes,
Just
only plastic snakes. And the reason this came about is because when he was younger, he had this nightmare where every time he would turn his back on a plastic snake, it would come to life. And it would follow him. And when he looked at it, it was just plastic again. And so I invited him, his wife, his kids, another couple, like a couple of my friends and their kids to my place one day because our pool was up and I just wanted to hang out with them after church. And there was a plastic snake in my house. And because I'm nice, I put it away. Now, my nice only extends so far because the kids found the snake, knew about his phobia, and were harassing him with it. And it was hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. But then I happened. I took the snake away, and I told the kids that they weren't playing with it anymore because they were harassing him too much. What I actually did was I went outside with it, put it in the driver's seat of his car,
Put it in his car.
Oh
and just
no.
waited.
It's so mean.
When I tell you, I heard a grown man scream like a prepubescent teenage girl,
B word.
and he was like, "Who did this?" And he did not have a hard time figuring out who it was, because then you would see an ass adult just on the ground rolling around laughing. He's like, "You're an," it was like the first time I heard him swear. He's like, "You're an asshole," and I'm like, "Oh God, I am," but also my ribs hurt really bad from laughing.
My grandparents had a woodpecker well, they lived surrounded by woods. Matter of fact, I've got pictures of the house as it is now, and it's still surrounded by woods. And one of the problems was they had woodpeckers that liked to get on the house and try to peck on the siding on the house. And it was a half brick, half siding house. So my grandfather got plastic, real looking snakes and put two, one on each side of the corners on the house, like they were crawling up the house. Woodpeckers wouldn't go near the house. No birds would go near that.
Good.
He scarecrowed his house.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
scarecrowed his house. It was great. They don't have that snakes on there anymore. I think the new owners took them off. Stupid people. I sent you the link to Lucas, and I put it in the chat too for everybody else. Now we've lost everybody because they've gone to watch Lucas because he's so cute. I mean, you can lose hours watching Lucas. It's like watching Friday the 13th game errors. I lost 10 hours one day just watching between Friday the 13th and Dead by Daylight. Game funnies was what I looked up, and I literally did not move from the seat watching those. It was, and I'm dying laughing, and everybody's like, "What is so funny?"
I play Dead by Daylight all the time, so I would probably find that really hilarious.
That's a game
Silver.
I can never get into.
Dead by Daylight.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I did not like it at first, but playing with people is a lot of fun.
I'm an RPG guy through.
Gotcha. So you're just not into it.
I like solo games. I just like, people are like, but it's fun to play with your friends. I'm like, but it's more fun to play by myself.
I like both. It depends on what I'm playing and what the game is about for what I want.
Unless it's Among Us, and then I just kill you guys.
I still haven't played that.
VR. I have the VR and I play it Among Us in that, and it's so much more fun when you're in the VR.
Ooh,
Really?
There are VR funnies on YouTube too, and there's one where it's real life people playing the characters, and one of the characters is a little girl who can't read. It's so funny. My granddaughter and I are watching it. You know, she's my kid. I swear, she is me, except she can art.
They ever bring out Dead Space for freaking VR, I'm in.
You said what? I'm sorry.
If they ever bring Dead Space out for VR, I am in. I will absolutely go buy a VR to play Dead Space.
That would be so much fun. And scary. That'd be so scary.
Dead Space is one of my all-time favorite games.
Have you played the newer one?
I tried. My computer does not like to run it, so I'm gonna have to wait until I get the money together to buy a better computer.
And that's okay. Until then, you can watch people play it. So I have not played it yet, but
I played enough to know there's actually other new stuff in there, and I don't want to spoil a thing for myself.
I got you.
7 Days to Die is almost ready to put out a new alpha, and I'm like, I'm
actually trying to play 7 Days to Die, but I'm so new to it that I'm not good at it at all. I have no idea what I'm doing.
That's fine. That's fine. My husband is in a group, United. I want to say United Gamers Authority, but I don't. Hold on a second. United Gamers Authority, and they do a 7 Days to Die stream every week. That's what they were doing before we started. And oh no, oh, he was doing Conan. They also do Conan, Space Engineers, and a couple of others. They're really great guys, and it's really fun to watch them. So I'm like, well, do I wait until the new alpha comes out to go in, or do I go ahead in now? There's going to be changes. We know that, and they've got Jeeps in 7 Days to Die now. It's cool.
Yeah, I can't get any of the cool stuff. I'm on PlayStation. My friends, though, play on PC, and all the stuff that they can do in their modded games are so cool, and I just can't do those things because I'm lame.
It's because you're not on a PC.
Yeah, it is. It sucks.
I am considering buying a PlayStation 5, but
It's
mostly
way too much.
It's so expensive.
Lance's creepy reading. Hello.
Spider-Man 2 is
No,
dropping
we were
sometime
talking about you
soon,
earlier.
and I absolutely must play.
Is it Spider-Man?
We were
Yeah.
talking about Lance, and
What up, Lance?
there's a movie coming out for the Spider-Verse that we saw the trailer for when
Spider-Verse.
we saw the trailer for it when we were watching the Super Mario Brothers movie, and I'm very impressed. Blue Beetle. Blue Beetle was the other one we saw. Yeah, Blue Beetle.
Oh yeah, the Blue Beetle movie looked dope. I'm not gonna lie.
I have not seen the preview for it, but I am interested.
Oh, I was like, is that? Because you don't hear a lot about Blue Beetle. He's not one of the big ones,
Yeah.
So yeah.
All
Good things, Lance. All good things. We were saying good things about you.
No, they weren't.
I was gonna say she's lying.
So I don't know if you guys watched it or not.
I don't lie.
No, we were talking good things.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys watched it or not on Netflix, but there's a movie. It's called Uncharted. It's out. on Netflix.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it, but I think I'm gonna have to.
I
now.
fucking refuse to watch that, and it's for very similar reasons why your one friend refuses to watch The Last of Us.
No, my husband said it was terrible. Like, in comparison to the game, it was terrible, he said.
Listen, the person they had to play Nathan Drake, Tom Holland,
Yeah.
not Nathan Drake, not even fucking close.
He hated who they picked to play Sully. We love Mark Wahlberg, but he was just no.
I will tell you right now who I would have chosen to play, and you tell your husband this to see if he agrees with me. I would have absolutely chosen for Sully, Bruce Campbell, hands down, not even a question.
I'm going to ask him right now because I can.
Absolutely. And for Nate.
Babe, come here real quick.
I love Argot to. I'm not saying your name correctly, but hi. And Lance, I'm sorry you can't stay, but yes, it was all good things. And one of these days, we're going to have to pull you on here.
Yeah, it's good seeing you, dude.
So I just want to really quick say hi to my brother because that's who commented that I love Argot. Hi, Logan.
Hi, Logan. You got a great name. I love Logan. I'm talking Wolverine, but great
That's
name.
actually what he's named after is Wolverine.
Oh,
Logan.
awesome.
Nice.
What did you say you would pick to play Sully?
So for Sully, absolutely 100% Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
No questions.
He said that he wanted to know if you agreed.
That reminds me.
That's fine. I can always let him know later. He just wanted to know if you agreed.
PA.
He's got to look and see who that is because he doesn't remember.
PA.
And then
Have you seen Xander from Buffy now? Have you seen what he looks like now?
No.
He could pass as a young Bruce Campbell.
But and then also you can look it up. There's a show called Burn Notice. It's on USA, right?
Yeah, that's a good show.
And the person who I would have gotten to play Nathan Drake was the dude that played Mike from Burn Notice, Jeffrey Donovan. Absolutely 100%. Those two and the chemistry that they had in Burn Notice would just translate flawlessly to Sully and Nate. Absolutely flawlessly, and they even look like it.
Awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so
Sorry,
Have you seen
my
Bird
brother.
Notice, Queen?
I have, yes.
So you know who I'm talking about. Yeah,
Yeah,
those are
absolutely.
good.
Those two,
Yeah.
100%.
absolutely. Heck yeah.
Um,
I had to text my brother and I was like, don't say my name in the chat because he put my nickname and I was like, wait,
yeah.
don't do it.
Um, there's shoot, I lost my thought. There it goes. It just flew out the window. Damn it.
I saw it. It was quick too.
Yeah, it
I'm
was,
sorry.
wasn't it? Tell ya.
Oh,
Now I'm gonna get a headache because I can't remember.
Was that the noise that I heard?
Yeah.
vacuum.
So, we're rounding out here. We've gone way longer than I expected us to because I just looked at how long we've been on. Um, we have a question for you.
Okay.
I'm going to ask
Oh,
two of them. First of them, I have to ask Jelly Bean's question because I have to ask everybody Jelly Bean's question so she hears it when she listens to it later.
Okay.
You are alone in the house. You're the only one.
No.
You're only the only
Oh.
one home. All the windows
Okay.
are locked. All the doors are locked. All the animals are gone. Because I know you have animals.
Yes.
All the animals are gone. So you are completely alone. And you hear
no
a
other
fart.
living.
And you hear a
And
fart. Do you laugh or are you scared?
I'm probably gonna laugh and then be scared. Like, what the heck? Also, I'm gonna laugh. I
You're gonna laugh.
probably
Nobody's here.
yeah. Well, because I'm gonna laugh because at first, I have 3 animals normally and my husband, so like my brain would probably be like forgetting that I'm home alone. So I'm gonna laugh first, but then I'm gonna be like, but I'm home alone and it wasn't me. So what the hell just happened?
And the other question is, do you have any questions for us?
I don't because I've been kind of asking them as I've been going. Maybe so. Okay, so one question is, how did you guys end up starting your podcast?
That's
What
a
made
PA.
you
We have
start?
to discuss that in private.
No, that's okay. That's fine. Sorry.
This and I'll tell you guys the reason Filia and I don't do the show without PA is this is PA's baby. This was his idea, his thought process, his creation.
I told them they can go on air several times without. Nope.
It doesn't feel right to do the show without him here. If I'm
It's
not
the
here,
it's the chaotic energy that it doesn't feel right if the chaos it doesn't arrive.
so
And that's okay. It's such a fun podcast. So you guys are doing great.
but that's why we don't do it without PA here. And I know some people have noticed that PA sometimes has things come up that hit out of the blue and we don't know where they came from. And he's like, "You guys can go ahead and do the show." And we're like, "No, we'll do it next week.
Nope.
We're not doing it without you. You are the driving force. This is your baby. You have to be there."
The short answer that we can give on the air for where what made us the podcast came from is it carried over from another channel that we're no longer.
Okay.
That is the short answer that I can give you.
Okay.
The rest of it we'll have to talk about off the air.
Okay. Sounds
Yeah.
good.
But it's what we wanted. What he wanted to do was be able to feature narrators and writers and artists that we have worked with or haven't had a chance to work with yet, and just found in the community, and spotlight them and give them a place where we get to know them, so everybody in the community can get to know them. And that's one of the reasons we're on the Nevermore Collective, because the Nevermore Collective was put together to be a place where anybody in the horror community can try things out that they can't do on their own channels.
Yeah, it was put together by a very good friend of ours, as the Raven.
I love that. That's awesome.
And he, if we had something, and I'm thinking about if you've got videos, we can put videos out. If you've got a stream you want to do, you can put that out. You can see the room. We've got one there that just says random streams. Hey, if you want to do a one shot, we'll put you in there. But there's everybody. It's available to everybody. You just have to talk to one of the people in yellow on the Discord. If you don't have the Discord, talk to one of us. As a Raven Dream, Creepy Clown Girl, Midnight Researcher, PA, 242, me, Filia, not
Sleeping Wendigo.
Not Wendigo.
No.
Dillinger. Not Dillinger.
Derringer.
I said it right, not the way he writes. There's
a whole lot of people
that can get you started, so you can try something and do it. And we love talking to people that we're getting to know. And we're going to have you back because the 2 hours has actually been really short.
And that's okay. I'll come back whenever. I had a great time.
Nothing against narrators. I prefer having authors on this show. And that's mostly because authors don't get the recognition that they deserve a lot of times. So I like to spotlight the authors, people oh, never heard of this, never heard of this person. I'm gonna check them out.
And I like having
stuff a little light.
I like having people like you and like me and like PA who are writing their own stuff and doing other people's stuff and narrating at the same time.
I write stuff too.
I know you do.
You do, but I
have to kick you in the butt to put it out.
She's yelling.
Well, it's finally
to do
I
it.
can studio.
Yeah.
Another person who writes that like their stories are always great, but they don't. I don't think they put out as many stories of their own as they should as Lady Spookaria.
Yeah.
I agree. I love Lady Spookaria.
I miss her codex. She hasn't put out a codex lately, and I'm missing it.
Right. Yeah, I like she's always talking like writing stories, and she's just like, I don't know, it's good to share. I'm like, just share it.
Yeah.
Do it.
The stories I write.
She is a sweetheart.
They make. I'm probably and Sabian has been and a couple of other people, Spooky Boo and PA, have been getting on my case to do this. Is I want to put out a book of the stories that I have narrated of my own, just as they were narrated.
Yes.
Now the story may change if I put it out as a story by itself, but just as they're narrated on the stream or on my channel, so that forever they're in that form for people to read or go and listen to while they read. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
My cat snuck into my house or my room,
Hi,
and she's like biting my ankles and trying to get my attention. So I'm trying to get her up here by me so she stops.
All right. Well, we are actually about 49 minutes later than we were usually go, which is normal for us because we just get carried away.
Now, we usually do about a 90-minute show.
Mm-hmm.
We're not done yet. But I agree. We need to again. This has been really fun.
Yes, it has.
Right.
Yeah, definitely.
In the chatter. In the chit chat.
And I'm going to put this
Okay.
out once more so that if you haven't checked her out, this is her YouTube and her Reddit. And
Thank you.
go check her out.
Silent?
Huh?
I said, is she keeping her Twitter silent?
I don't have her Twitter, so.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I went to go. You know how normally you could share it. It didn't give me the option, so I couldn't find the link.
Oh. Okay. Well, then what you'll have to do is just like get one of our Twitters, and then we'll.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm sorry.
Unless you want to keep your Twitter private.
It's in the description of the
Otherwise,
video, actually.
Just send a friend request to one of us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, are you talking about her Twitter or
We'll
Discord?
share you
Her
over
Twitter. I don't have a Discord either, I don't think.
I
Twitter.
Well, there's her
I
Twitter.
was talking about Twitter.
I was talking about her. Oh, that's her Twitter. Okay.
Thank you, PA.
Oh,
You're welcome.
She is great, isn't she?
YouTube.
She's like, I couldn't figure it out. PA just solves the problem in like 10
For
seconds.
literally 10 seconds. Now, in my defense, I was also we were starting the live stream. Sorry, go ahead.
You know, and we've had a great chat today too. So thank you all for coming. We do this
Thank you.
we try to do this every Saturday. We do have to work around PA's schedule, and sometimes girlfriend.
Something's happened.
Sometimes girlfriend aggro is a thing. Stomach aggro is a thing with him too, and we want to welcome everybody to the collective. Because once you're here listening, you have joined the collective. And once you join the collective...
I can't hear you guys.
And once you join the collective, you can leave. Nevermore.
Nevermore.
With me, what luck is stolen, let me